Hi, today's video is a companion video to how to calculate the size of your database for custom inventory. Let's get started. So within SQL Server Management Studio, I'm literally going to cut and paste that query that we had within the article, and then we're going to run it. We can see that there's 48 KB used within the database itself, and that the total size for the tables currently is at 216. So we're only using part of all the space available for the 48K out of this thing. So in the article, I said there were 14 computers. But how do I know there's 14 computers? So I'm going to do a new query, and I'm going to take the data view on here. And if you remember, played with ConfigMgr, you'll notice that the current, which is in this case the data, always has the maximum number of computers. There's no history. The history is the one below, and I'll show that in a second. So let's run this query. We can see that there are 14 computers down at the bottom. So that 48 KB is all of these 14 rows plus whatever is listed in history. So let's go look at how many are in history. So we'll take that same one, and we'll select star from, and notice it says HIST for history, and we run that. And in there you can see there's 22 rows in here. And if you look closely, like even this first one, you can see it's run twice on this. So that 48K includes the history table as well. But what we're trying to say is how much space is going to show up in the Configuration Manager database. Now, just for understanding, the reason why you're going to show up in the history, one row in the history, is every time you force a full inventory or the value changes. So if it changes back and forth, you'll see that it shows up here. In general, you will not, air quote this, not see your history table grow substantially unless you're forcing full hardware inventory on a vast majority of your clients. So from there, we're going to take our calculator and we're going to take 48 divided by 14, and we can see that we got the 3.4 kilobytes per computer. So we're going to then multiply this by 10,000. So we take them by 10,000. And we can see that we end up with a little over 34,000 kilobytes. But we need to get this into megabytes. So we're going to divide that by 1,024. And we end up with 33 and a half megabytes. Now, because I like to overestimate, I'd round that all the way up to 40 megabytes and say we're going to end up with about 40 megabytes of data in our database for doing this custom inventory. If I was thinking that I was going to see a lot of history or a lot of change, I may even round that up to 50 megabytes, but you get the general idea. We can see how much data is being consumed or how much space it's consuming within our database. So hopefully you found this useful. If you have any questions, please let me know.